Hi everyone. Is it hot, hungry, thirsty?
Happy souls, Pooja.
Thank you.
But I'm glad to welcome Pooja Bedi for our conclave, and we've all known her on the cinema, on the big screen, but she's also now started her own wellness brand, Happy Souls, and rather than me trying to explain it, Pooja, why don't you tell us about your brand?
All right, well, let's see, where do we start? Well, they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I am the 18th direct descendant of Guru Nanak Sahib. My grandmother, Pooja Bedi, was an ordained Buddhist nun, highest ordained Buddhist nun. There are 3 books written on my grandmother's life. My grandfather was a healer, energy healer. My mother was, of course, very spiritual, very into philosophy and all that thing. So I grew up in this world which was very filled with these various alternative sciences, beliefs, and it was all very fascinating to me, but I always questioned, how was it true? What was this energy healing? Was there any substance? What was the logic? Science, prove it, which is common. And I spent about 20 years, the last 20 years, researching all these different alternative sciences. I've done courses, diplomas in various, whether it's Usui Reiki, Karuna Reiki, Shamanism, Heliolife, Soul Temple, Magnified Healing, Energy Sciences, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, Behavioral Resolutions, Nutritional Programming, a lot of different things, past life regression, age regression, pattern breaking, and done a lot of diplomas to understand how to weave quantum sciences and alternative sciences and Newtonian sciences together. And Happy Soul is essentially a sum total of those 20 years of research and diplomas and certifications, so that all of us here who are suffering on some level, because you look around you and you see people are unhappy and they want to be happy. They just don't know how to be happy.
So you're turning unhappy souls to happy souls.
So basically Happy Soul was born with the intention of putting this information out there in a manner that could be received and used by people to better their lives on an emotional level, mental level, physical level, sexual level, social level, financial level. How do you change your life? Well, Happy Soul was there to give you the tools.
Okay, so can you explain the process? I mean, what exactly, how does that translate into,
Right. So, Happy Soul is first started as a series of workshops that I conducted across the country for Fiki Flow, Y Flow, EO, corporates like Hewlett Packard, Tata, Citibank, etc. Then I grew the dream further with retail stores, wellness retail, took the best retail brands from across the country in food and skincare, hair care, personal care, candles, incense, home decor, anything that gave us a sense of sustainability, chemical free, because it's very important what we put on our skin, what we inhale, so many people think, oh, I'm having lavender candle for my calm state of mind, but if that lavender is when the paraffin wax candle is doing you no good, the candle should be soy wax. Incense should be charcoal free, so these little details that people forget and are not aware of. So retail started, my wellness cafe started in Goa, so wellness eating, wellness foods. We're then going to go into wellness product line of our own. We have our own candle and incense we started. We intend to grow the product line. We then intend to go into wellness awards, wellness festivals, and grow the entire health and wellness journey and make a health and wellness portal. I have a health and wellness website which you can go to and access healers and therapists across the country. There could be energy healers, there could be neuro-linguistic programmers, there could be life coaches, there could be psychiatrists, there could be psychologists, there could be wellness travel, wellness retail, just the world of wellness. Happy Soul is like a wellness wonderland where you walk into Happy Soul, you want to be well, you have people, you have products, you have experiences, you have travel. What do you want to make your life better? We give that to you.
Okay, so this is something that now people are talking a lot about, post-pandemic, post-COVID. But clearly you were already you saw this coming, that people are now, do you find them people more receptive as of post-COVID, or was this already something that people were aware of?
I started writing my relationship column, Heart Chakra, with the Times of India about 18 years ago. Again, with the intention to help people change their mindsets, help people think differently. And my whole process, my journey has been to empower and help people, whether it's been as a woman, whether it's been for rights, whether it's been through health and wellness, whether it's thought processes. So the pandemic was just a trigger for people to understand how important wellness is in every aspect of their life. And they suddenly got more focused, for sure. Today, wellness is no longer a buzzword. It's a way of life. People want to be well. People are making healthier life choices. People are careful about what they're wearing, about what they're drinking, about how they're eating, about how they're sleeping.
So what is the advice that you give people?
I don't give people advice, I give people options. Because the worst thing to do is tell people what to do. You can empower them by giving them an array of things and saying, it isn't a one-size-fits-all. There are different things for different people, and you will instinctively gravitate to what you feel is the best for you. So say, for example, in my cafe, I'm not saying, oh, you have to be vegan, you have to be vegetarian. No, there's chicken, but there's antibiotic-free chicken. There's cage-free eggs. If we have vegan, vegan does not mean healthy. So awareness. Vegan just means that it's without any animal product, including honey, right? So vegan can also mean maida. Vegan can mean deep fried. So vegan doesn't necessarily have to be a healthier choice. So empowering people with knowledge and allowing them to make their choices.
That is the. And also, do you've spoken about the Buddhist influence also. So do you also encourage in their workshops? Do you have like meditation classes? Would you encourage people in today's world to just pause, take a breath, and just spend time with yourself?
My courses are a lot deeper than that, in the sense that I spend a large part of the course, the workshop, actually giving people the knowledge in a very scientific manner that they understand the meditation when they get to it. It's not just about, oh, shut your eyes, take a deep breath, because the moment you come out of that, you go back into your life and you forget about it. And you're going back into your blur. So the whole purpose of my workshops is to empower you to start seeing the logic of what you're going to be doing in that meditation. And then that meditation is so powerful when especially if I put people from a beta brainwave state into an alpha brainwave state or even a theta brainwave state.
Please explain what this is. It sounds like a physics formula.
So it's very simple. Like right now, if you're sitting at your office, for example, beta brainwave state is when you're basically working and you're thinking, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to eat this, I need to do that, this is my schedule for the day, beta. When you're in the shower, for example, you're just sitting peacefully, and suddenly you get those intuitive moments, a thought will come to you, an idea will come to you, or a solution comes to you because you're much more relaxed. That's when your brain has gone to an alpha brainwave state. They're basically different frequencies. Below that is theta. You go into theta for very deep healing, and when you sleep at night, you enter the theta brainwave state. So these are all different. Then there's delta, and then there's gamma. So there's these different brainwave states you go into. So when you basically take a person into from beta, you take somebody into an alpha, or then low into a theta, it's almost hypnotic in a way, because your brain waves have gone to a point they're totally receptive and open to accessing knowledge. So, and for change. And it's the best way to actually access your subconscious mind, which is the most powerful tool for change. So, a simple thing like Louise Hay, you create your own disease by the way you think, how your emotions respond, and then how your body receives that emotion. So you create your disease, you can uncreate your disease. Medical science puts you on a pill and says, for example, if you're diabetic, medical science puts you onto a pill and says, now you're diabetic, you have to take insulin for the rest of your life and makes you insulin dependent. Alternative sciences shows you how to get off that dependency. That's the difference in alternative and medical sciences.
Well, I can think of a lot of politicians I want to send to you if you can actually make them change their mind and do something positive. But a bit about your film career. You recently appeared on Netflix on the Masaba, that series. Yeah. What else is, and do you miss the big screen? And all right, what are the plans?
So, being famous is great because it got me the eyeballs for Happy Soul to be noticed and for people to think about, oh, what's Pooja doing? Oh, Happy Soul, what is Happy Soul? So it got me the eyeballs. I was a terrible actress, according to me. I was great at being sexy.
So. I think
I was great at being sexy. I showed my cleavage. You all got so distracted. You all didn't look at what acting was doing. So, so my daughter is a fabulous actress. My daughter takes talent to another level. So I'd rather leave that to her in her space. As when I get a role that I feel I can do justice to, I take it on. Like the Masaba role was very me. I thought it was great fun, and I thought I'd do justice to that role. But just randomly going in and playing a character which I'm not, I really don't have the bandwidth for that, or the talent for that matter for that as well. So why force it? There's so many things I'm good at doing. Let me focus on those.
What I'm hearing is someone who's so comfortable just being herself. I think that's the best advertisement for you. You're a happy soul, Pooja.
Thank you.
But since you're an insider, where do you see the world of films, especially with OTTs coming in? There is a lot more. I'm seeing a lot of docudramas, a lot of realism coming into the movies and the film cinema that is being made. Is that something that you would like to watch? You're happy with?
Well, the good part is, again, options, right, should be made available to you. When I was growing up, there were these big screens, and if a Love story worked, suddenly you had only love stories being made.
Yes,
action film worked, only action films started getting made. And that's all you were subjected to in these very large screens that they had to fill. The moment the multiplexes came in with the smaller screens, suddenly theatres, suddenly the role of cinema changed. You were able to make more experimental films, try different genres, try different styles. You had like a Vicky Donor coming out. You had movies which are so different that people, you'd have never made that for a big screen audience, ever. So now suddenly you have the opportunity to make these amazing films, and there were audiences for them that lapped it up, right? So you decided where it was going to be released, where the screens were, that specific audience for it, etc. So now when you have OTT coming to the picture, especially during COVID, because everyone got addicted to these online platforms, right? Like, let's watch these amazing, it's just in your house and everyone's just watching it, and they became the greatest consumers of OTT. And now, in fact, getting them back into the theatres is a problem, because they're so used to watching it in their home, they don't want to go out and make the effort and spend the money, and they have to dress up, and they have to go travel, then you find parking, and then you have to buy the popcorn, and it's a hassle suddenly for people to go back into the theatres. So I see the future actually being OTT, and the brilliant part is, again, choices. Imagine the amount of tailor-made choices you have to satisfy your kind of cinema, your kind of product you'd like to be watching. When you, for example, now on the phone, there's AI going on. You're talking about, say, babies and this and that, and suddenly ads start popping up on your phone regarding babies, because it's so smart, it understands what you're speaking, it picks up all that you're saying. So I think it's great because it's tailor-made for you. I'd rather have that, something I'm talking about and interested in, showing up as an ad, rather than something completely random that's disconnected from me. I'd like to have those options presented to me, tailor-made for me. The same way with OTT. How wonderful that we have so much content that we can tune into, that we relate to, that we would like to see. Before, on television, you were subjected to Saas Bahu dramas non-stop. You didn't have a choice. You went to the same rhetoric, the same drama, the same 2, 3 shots happening, and you were like, kya, 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 and it was like, oh God. And if you wanted to change a channel, the same thing was happening. OTT, you have options. So this is the beauty of choices.
Well said. A bit about back to the wellness. For instance, if you have a headache, what do you do? Do you take a Crocin, or do you do some alpha, beta, theta?
Well, I'm into holistic wellness, so as much as possible I do stay away from the medical sciences. I would definitely put my feet in hot water. I would turn my head over, get a massage at the back of my neck, stimulate nerve endings. That's more me, to do that sort of thing. However, if I have a very big meeting coming up and have a throbbing headache for some reason, first you understand why I have the throbbing headache in the first place. Not that I have a headache, but why do I have the bloody headache? To sit and analyze and interpret the nature of the body, the nature of the mind, the nature of what I've eaten, or is it, what led to that headache? That takes a bit of time. But if you have a terribly important meeting coming up, or say, for example, I'm shooting or something requires my attention and I need to be focused, I wouldn't hesitate to pop a pill if I had to. Because it's important, and because it lends to the day that needs me to perform in a certain manner. So I'm not averse to I think medical science has a very definite place in our society. If you're having a heart attack, you're not going to turn to alternative sciences and what am I going to do? You're going to go to the hospital and get operated and put a stent in your heart if you need to, and then work on why it happens so it doesn't occur again, and to heal yourself faster.
Our show is called We Women Want. So I want to ask you a question which every woman wants. I know I had the discussion earlier saying why is size 0 normal? But heart of hearts, we all want to be that size 0. So do you have some recipe for losing weight, some meditation, some...
Well, in the world of alternative sciences, we say when you put on weight, it's because you're holding on to things, okay? And you have to learn to let go. There's so much we hold on to, whether it's emotions, whether it's memories, whether it's thoughts. You look around your house, see how much clutter there is in your house. You're holding on to things. You have to learn to let go. Once you start, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So the process of decluttering your life, decluttering your home, decluttering your cupboards leads to the decluttering of your body. And a lot of fat, for example, is based on toxins. So if you get rid of your toxins, you tend to lose weight a lot faster. Sleep is so important to losing weight, because when you don't sleep much, you're stressed. Stress causes toxins. Toxins leads to a buildup of fat accumulations around those cells, because your body wants to protect itself. So all you have to do is learn to sleep well, learn to rest, learn to eat right. Exercise. Do yourself a favor. Your body is your vehicle. It's going to take you through your entire journey of life. Why don't you want to be good to it? Why would you want to abuse it? Why would you want to unnecessarily? Yes, if something's nice, have a samosa. There's no reason to have 3. You know, yes, have the butter chicken, but don't have it every day. You know, so and also this concept of guilt. Like, don't have something, call it a cheat meal. We all have this. Today I've been very good all week, I'll have the cheat meal. You know, again, you're associating it with guilt. Say, I'm going to have a treat meal. I'm going to treat myself to this butter chicken. I'm going to treat myself to this amazing cheese naan or whatever. I'm going to treat myself because I love it and I deserve it. My body's craving it and I'm going to give it to myself. So it comes, the way it's consumed into your body, the way it's received by your body, the way it digests to your body is a completely different process.
So I think we have a whole lot of fashion designers in the audience, but I think Pooja's mantra is not spend so much on the outside but the inside. Be right?
I mean, it's very important to be well dressed too. I mean, jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai. You know.
That is true.
So I'm just going to put the fashion designers out of business.
But thank you so much, Pooja, for coming here and really giving us a very happy half-hour conversation.
Thank you.
And we're going to come and try Happy Soul soon. Thank you.
Look forward. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pooja Bedi, for joining us today at the We Women Want Shakti Awards 2023. I'm sure you've inspired a lot of people, not just women, to look inwards and look at your health from within.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.